Welcome back, guys. This is AG, watching Math to the Max, and today we'll discuss finding the vertex of a quadratic. So our quadratic standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c. These are our two forms. It can be in the standard form or it can be in your vertex form. All right, that's a times x minus h squared plus k. And we know a parabola is going to be a U-shaped graph. And your vertex is going to be a min or a maximum. So that's an example. The minimum, think about minimum as the low. So it's going to be a low point. Maximum, think about a high point. So we need to find the vertex by just applying this formula. However, that's only when it's in vertex form. So it's the negative b over 2a. That's your x value. And then how you get the y value, you just plug that answer back into the original function. That's what the F stands for, the original function. And it's going to be a coordinate point. When it's in vertex form, you just do the opposite h, k stay the same. Opposite h, k stay the same. Opposite h, k stay the same. Prerequisites. Our prior knowledge is identifying the coefficient and constant. So pretty much that's the a, b, and the c. All right, that's the a, b, and the c. So our a would be 5, our b would be 1, and c equals -3. All right, so if we look at this next example, the a would be 1. There is no b, there's no x, so b would be 0, and then c is your constant, 6. All right, knowing how to simplify fractions is going to be very helpful, and know how to evaluate functions. Let's look at a quick example. So if I say, hey, plug in f of 3, right? F of 3 just means go to that function and replace x with 3. So we get 3 times 3 minus 1. The answer is 8. All right, our process. So what's the process? Make sure your quadratics are always in standard form or the vertex forms. And you just identify the a and the b. Why? Because we got to use that negative b over 2 times a. And then the h and k, when it's in vertex form, we got to do the opposite h, k stay the same. Opposite h, k stay the same, or negative b over 2 times a. And you just plug in those values into the formula. All right, the practice. You already know what time it is. It's time to go to work. Alright, let's find the vertex. So we need to decide which form we have. So this is our actually vertex form. So when it's in the vertex form, you do the opposite of h, k stay the same. Opposite of h, so the opposite of the number h on the inside. What's the opposite of positive 3? -3. And then the k stay the same. What's the k? The k is the number on the outside, which is a -1. So your vertex is -3, -1. All right, let's look at number 2. We see that this is a standard form. So we got to identify our a and our b, which is 1 and 4. And now we use our formula, which is the negative b over 2 times a. Negative b over 2 times a. All right, so now we got to go ahead and plug our x value in, which is -2, into the original function. When we plug it into the original function, do the math. So -2 squared plus 4 times -2 minus 5. What we get is 4 minus 8 minus 5, which is -9. All right, so our coordinate point, got our x value and our y value, so it's a coordinate point. So our vertex is -2 and -9. All right, number 3, we see that this is also in standard form. Again, so you identify your a and your b. Your a is -2, your b is -1. So go ahead and plug it into your formula, the negative b over 2 times a. negative b over 2 times a. All right. However, the b is already negative, so negative negative turns to a positive. So really positive 1 over 2 times a. All right, and 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, so we get negative 1/4. Since it's a negative 1/4, that's our x value. You got to plug into the original function. All right, you do the math on that. Do the math, and of course, in order to add and subtract a fraction, you're gonna have a common denominator. So we end up getting 57 over 8. That's your final answer for your y value. So your vertex is a coordinate point, which is the x and the y. It's in standard form. However, I want to change it to vertex form. It will be a little bit easier. And when I do that, there's really no number being added to subtract to the x, so that's why it's 0. All right, so now since it's in vertex form, what's the opposite of 0? It's just 0. Or positive 0 is no negative 0, so it's just 0. And then the k stay the same. Opposite h, k stay the same. So the vertex is just 0, 6. Say if your teacher be like, hey, I don't care about any work. Well, you can just use Desmos to graph the function. So let's do that last example. So let's just graph it. Okay, x squared plus 6. All right, you can do the little computer right here and then hit your square at the bottom, but I just hit my shift and number 6 to bring it up to the power. All right, but anyway, when it graph it, you can move this around. See that? Boom, boom. All right, now, boom, click the number. Or rather the minimum or the maximum. Of course, it's the minimum because at the bottom, it will give you the coordinate point. So try those in the rest of the video by using Desmos to see if you can get it. All right, so now you can find the vertexes. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, always striving for excellence and reaching for success.